Today we're going to talk about why being stupid is a happier route to take. Why stupid people probably are happier and more satisfied in general. I'm going to try to be not as rude about this as possible since it's a sensitive topic about people being stupid and me openly saying that I think I am smarter than stupid people. But here goes nothing as a relatively smart person to talk about stupid people and this range of stupidity to smartness and where I think most people lie, where I think you should lie if you're trying to be happy. For background, I have always thought I was decently smart. I took legitimate IQ tests when I was young, authored by doctors and psychiatrists. Of course, IQ isn't a perfect measure, but I think I hit somewhere around the 140, 150 range. I've always heard that I was smart. I did well in school without really trying. I've done decently in life. All those are probably measurements of what people agree upon as being smart. Of course, there's different ways to be smart, but I think overall I've always been a decently smart person. If people asked, what is Brian like? People will probably say he is smart. I'm here to say that me being smart has attributed to me not being that happy. Being smart forces you to think a lot and overthink things and think about what that person is thinking about and wondering what that person actually meant about the way that they said something. Caring about things in general, like life philosophies and religion and politics. Caring is a big quality of being smart. Of course, stupid people also care in the sense that they can cry if something sad happens or they care about you as a friend. But I'm talking about the genuine understanding and the depth of care that smart people have. I think I'm at that level of smart. Certainly in this range of utter stupidity to Albert Einstein. I'm not in the Albert Einstein. I think I'm in this upper middle echelon of smartness. I would like to believe that most people, the 68%, 70%, whatever you believe in stats, fall in this middle range. And they're kind of in the stupider side of the middle range or the dumber or the smarter side of the middle range. Starting like me, you could still stutter if you are smart. The select very few lie in the completely stupid range or the completely smart range. Those two, I think, are the outliers, and both could be extremely miserable. If you're unbelievably stupid or unbelievably smart, life is going to be hard because you're at the opposite ends of the spectrum. Of course, if you own up to that and embrace that as your value and perhaps find something that fits that need, you could be happy, but I think it's very hard to be within that. I'm talking about this middle range of people and comparing that as someone who I think am in the smarter range of things. Most people I've seen genuinely that are in this range of smart, stupid, so normal, you could sustain life and you are having a decent job and you are okay with everyday things, but you're stupid, are far happier. I'm talking about for ambition, for satisfaction, for overthinking, caring about what people think, being selfish, living without consequence. It serves far better to be dumb in those things and care less in those things. Ultimately, I'm of the belief that people that you perceive as nice, genuinely nice, are probably on the smarter side because they care about things, they care about you, and they care about everything that's going on, and they can't be not ambitious, they can't not be caring, they can't be just satisfied, they can't not overthink. If you're on the dumber side, you can. You are easily satisfied, and you're probably smart enough, given that most people in this world are not very smart, that you can get by with things and you're pretty okay with the way that life is. And most of all, you don't really care about what other people think or how they may think or really think about consequences of doing things, which in my personal opinion ultimately leads to happiness. When I think about the times that I've been miserable, the times that I'm not very happy about, it's always from overthinking or from being overly ambitious or being anxious about things that won't happen or will theoretically never happen. Dumb people never really think about those things. They are very in the now. They're not capable of thinking beyond that, nor do they care. And in some ways, and in many ways, I'm extremely very jealous of that because these people, they find no need to be overly ambitious or care about things. An anecdotal example that I have are people that go to restaurants. And when I'm at a restaurant, I have been raised to be mannered, and I also care about people's feelings. I have a high EQ, so I understand what waiters may feel. So I am overly considerate in probably ways that I don't really need to be. These people, you could argue, are paid to serve you and be your waiter, But I care because I have been a waiter before. I have that experience. I know what they feel like. I know what human beings go through. I overly think about what next steps may be. I am just that type of person because I'm in this smarter echelon of the average folk. If you're in the dumber echelon and you really don't care and you don't remember things easily, you can't really attribute or sympathize with others on their emotions, and you're just dumb. You do whatever you want. You can yell if the order is late, you complain. Or if you're really slightly dumber, even dumber than that, you might not even care. There's no logic behind why food might come at a certain time. It doesn't matter for you. If you are on the smarter side, you might care but still be frustrated because you have to care about what people think, so you can't say anything. Which brings me to my kicker point that the worst combination, I think, is if you're smart but you wish you were stupid. As in, you know all these things, but you technically don't really care, but you know that it's the right thing to do because of the logic and the values that you were brought up with. You retain those values and you are smart, which I very honestly think I'm starting to fall in. If I'm being very honest, I would like to be cynical. I would like to be unethical, but my smarts and me thinking for a long time and the people around me are almost subconsciously forcing me to act in a certain way when in a way I don't want to live this tiring life. Being smart but wishing to be stupid is the most tiring combination ever. The second tough part is if you're dumb but you wish you were smart. So you're not capable of these things, but you start being aware of these things. You see people who are smart and you wish you were like that, but it's impossible to be. I think it's more possible for a smart person to act dumb. They'll still suffer through it, but still at least act on it. But a dumb person trying to be smart is impossible because that is reaching beyond your capacity. The best in most ways, combination, but not for others. The worst for others, but the best for you combination is if you're stupid and you think you're smart, then you are confident beyond measure. In fact, you might be very successful in life. I've met so many people in my lifetime that are so dumb, but have achieved so much because they're ballsy. They don't care. They don't think about consequences. I mean, you could even argue that is being street smart or being world smart. But if you talk to them, there's nothing in here. There's no conversation being had. There's no deep thoughts. They don't think about others. There's no consideration. But they do well in life because they're so confident, overly confident because they're stupid. They have no measurement or sense of where they are. But they do the things that they do because they don't care. They just keep going. Is the best combination. If you're stupid, but you think you're smart. It's not that you act smart. You genuinely believe that you're smart. My advice, if you also think about these things and struggle through these things, is if you're born smart, embrace it, use it to the best of your knowledge, and get to a point where you could be successful enough or satisfied enough, if that is ever a thing for you. Use those smarts to get there and then stop caring. It's probably impossible. You'll start still care. But I think it's a lot easier to not do that if you have financial stability or if you have social stability or both. If you're dumb, you most likely are either enraged by this video or don't understand it or don't care enough, all of which you're blessed with. So keep going. If you're dumb but wish to be smart, try, read, surround yourself with smart people, but it's realistically probably going to be hard. I probably offended a lot of people in this video. I probably didn't make sense to a lot of people. Some people probably think I'm very stupid for saying these things. But long story short, I think it's easier to be dumb. It's easier to just live life and not overthink. In fact, I am more of the sense that more and more, unless you're on the brilliant side and you're creating the next ChatGPT, you will probably be very miserable because there's always going to be that next step, that ambition that you want to take place that you'll probably not get to because even after you get there, there's going to be another step. So my true one sentence summary of the day is I pray to God my kids are smart because even after saying all these things, I would rather have them be smart. Thank you guys for watching. I hope I didn't give you brain damage. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Let's go.